We've got here a good looking 2012 BMW F800ST at a nice price. BMW redesigned the motorcycle in 2013 and 2014 and redesignated it as F800 GT. ST stands for Sport Touring, GT stands for Grand Touring. I took this motorcycle for a test ride and I found out that GT stands for Grandpa Touring and ST stands for Sluggish Touring. However, that's a matter of opinion and you're welcome to form your own. In this video, however, I want to highlight or showcase a couple of items that don't get mentioned even in the manufacturer specifications, in the user's manual or anywhere. And of course they are not on YouTube reviews either. So this is a little look at this motorcycle with the eyes of a commuter. Commuting, of course, all year round involves riding in the winter or riding in all weather, including rain. So first odd item is this motorcycle comes with a steering damper. There's nothing wrong with steering dampers. I just don't understand why this motorcycle has one. This piece here is the steering damper. It's got some German part number and date of manufacture on it. I don't know what it's doing on this motorcycle. This motorcycle doesn't have an excessive rake angle that would necessitate installing a steering damper on it. However, it does have one. Whatever. Of course it has ABS like it says so in the specifications, but only some models come with traction control. Okay, so that's an optional item. The specifications do say that the frame is made of aluminum or cast aluminum or some such thing, and that's right, the magnet doesn't stick to it, but they don't say that the subframe mounted with these two bolts extending towards the back, subframe holding the panniers, the subframe is mild steel rust and is magnetic. So the only thing stopping that corrosion and stopping the weld decaying and pitting and just the whole thing falling apart is a 1/1000th of an inch of paint. So I don't trust the 1/1000th of an inch of paint. If you look under or look at the motorcycle from this angle, let me just get here. Yeah, what you're looking at is the mud guard, but it's not really a mud guard because this is just the underside of the under the seat storage, and you can see the frame here exposed with the welds. So the oily or sticky stuff is flung there and is sticking to it there, but the rain and the sand in it is gonna sandblast the welds of the subframe everywhere. This motorcycle obviously hasn't been in much rain because it doesn't have much wear on the paint. So mild steel subframe subject to corrosion in weather or road salting winter, you know, not featured or not mentioned in the specs of the manufacturer. Also not mentioned, very practical, stainless steel exhaust can. Magnet does not stick to it. It does stick, okay, the outside is stainless there, it's not really sticking to it, just barely, and it's a little hot, sorry. And it doesn't stick to the, okay, that's the bolt, it does stick to the bolt, but it doesn't stick to the pipe either, and it's all the way to the header pipe, it's all stainless steel. And of course the engine casing, everything is aluminum there, so non-magnetic. The rest of the bolts are steel, of course. They seem to hold up well. There's no sign of corrosion here. They just get this, they look galvanized. They get this coating or this haze on them. So that's the subframe and the exhaust. Next item, the case. The side case or pannier is just stupid. It's too small. That's what I mean. There's my gloves on it, just for comparison. That's That's how big they are. There's no flipping bay. It's, even though it's expandable like so, that's expanded, that's closed. I can expand it and extend these straps, and then the extended straps would lock in place. Of course they don't want to lock in place now, but there we go. Alright, and then that would, you know, this would be the load-bearing item, not the bellows that expand. But even so, it's small. Of course you can make it work with small items, but not with a helmet. And okay, I need 2 hands for they're opening most of it. Alright. Of course there's a bag for your stuff in it, so you double bag your stuff. First you need to package everything into a black garbage bag, and the black garbage bag would go into this one, and this goes into a into a bag that's semi-waterproof with this bellows that's somewhat reliable. Anyhow, it's too small. So how good is it for touring? I don't know. I'll let you figure that one out. Other than that, motorcycle has a nice single-sided swing arm. There's my magnet. Single-sided swing arm has an advantage as opposed to double-sided swing arms, because you don't have to, it's self-aligned. The front sprocket and the rear sprocket are always in perfect alignment. There's no adjustment. Okay, and so it's so that issue is solved or eliminated. And of course it has a belt. The belt in rain, and you know, this is not subject to wear in sandblasting from the wheel. The splash from the wheel, it doesn't nearly need any kind of maintenance. So changing rear sprocket, front sprocket, chain, lubricating the chain all the time, yeah, that's a constant item on your menu if you have a chain driven motorcycle and you use it in the rain or all year round. Belt, no problem. Aluminum swing arm, very nice, non-magnetic. And finally, the suspension. The new F800 GT comes with optionally available electronic suspension adjustment. This one is manual. I don't know, preload, and yeah, it's got a second knob on it for rebound. And on the front forks, yeah, nothing. It just has a black flat top. Nothing on the front. But on the new 2014 models, I believe it's preload adjustable. So other than that, the ride is nice on it. The seat to foot peg ratio is nice. It's comfortable to sit on it. It has a nice seat. It's not too buzzy and not too vibrating. The mirrors stay put, or they give you a clear image at any RPM, and so it's a nice ride. In terms of engine performance, keep watching my video. It's Grandpa Touring. So in terms of gearing, I'm gonna do first gear 0 to 8500, 0 to rev line, run, see what the top speed is gonna be. I'm gonna be a 6th gear, you can see the number 6 there, 6th gear throttle roll on from 80 kilometers an hour to 120. See how long that takes. Gears above gear 3 are very slow to accelerate and sluggish, but hey, it's a touring bike. Other than that, it's the windshield and wind protection works fine at insane touring speeds, say 80 kilometers an hour or 100 kilometers an hour. Anything above 120 is pushing it. I'm getting a lot of wind buffeting. The mirrors are really good. They don't vibrate at any RPM. That would give you a blurry image from of the traffic behind. So we'll get going now. bike has a really nice comfy seat, a relaxed riding position for my legs. I'm 6'1", 181 centimeters. Yeah, my upper body is catching a lot of wind, over 100 kilometers an hour. And again, I have the bike in 4th gear because it's so sluggish to accelerate if we hit a little bit of uphill. Now we've got downhill, I guess I can put it into 6th. There you have it. It's like a diesel engine, just chugging or dying at 3,000 RPM. I'm sure it's very good for the fuel economy. The bike doesn't have a lot of torque, but it can be started from standstill in 2nd gear as well. With a little, okay, with a little caution. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, barely. All right. So that was that. Let's see, 3rd gear. No. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, kinda, barely. Yeah, the bike doesn't have a lot of torque. Just in case you didn't hear it in the wind blast on the highway, the seat is really comfy. The seat to foot peg distance is and the position is well thought out. It's a comfortable bike. It's not a fast bike, and yeah, it's okay at 80 kilometers an hour, or okay at 100, tolerable at 120. Forget about it at 140. It's too windy and too turbulent, and I don't like it over 120. The exhaust note is not entirely engaging or thrilling, or it's just like a flat fart, but I guess it works for touring, and it's a quiet motorcycle, and I guess it's good for the fuel economy. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of uphill here. And to really make this motorcycle move a little faster than a rheumatic, retired old age person, it has to be in a lower gear and over 4,000 RPM if you want any kind of significant acceleration out of this bike. It's just dying around 3,000. Ah, that's going. Yeah, now it's not going. Yeah, sport touring, not happening. Yeah, it's grandpa touring, it's not sport touring. I guess on the revised model, GT stands for grandpa touring, because this kind of engine, you're not getting a lot of oomph out of this thing.